Hey, everybody. Dr. Jeff Riggenbaugh here with you on another Tips Tuesday, where each week I bring you one tip for dealing with those difficult people in your life and that continue to do the things we don't want them to do and the ones that don't do the things that we do want them to do. We're continuing in our series here on top 10 tips for dealing with bullies. And today we have reached tip number 6 for dealing with bullies, which is simply avoid power struggles. Do everything within our power, okay, to avoid power struggles. And this can be difficult for a lot of us, particularly if you have some D or some C in the disc profile, in your personality. If you have a little bit of that control bone in yourself, you know this can be a particular temptation. But I see this a problem a lot in educator trainings, for instance, that I do in school systems when dealing with teachers, that students should respect me and should just do what they're told. Actually, I run into this a lot with nurses in my difficult people in healthcare trainings that I do. You can see this in other workplace settings as well, particularly people in sort of middle management that sort of have control issues and just want to tell people what to do and expect it to be done immediately. And, just because we can do something, in this case, just tell somebody to do it pretty directly in a fairly impersonal way, doesn't always mean it's the best way to approach something. And when teachers approach it in that way, oftentimes it leads to this unnecessary tension in the classroom. It keeps other students from learning. It leads to referrals. In healthcare settings, we see a multitude of complaints filed against various staff. In other workplace settings, sometimes it just leads to extra time. And time is money, and energy devoted to dealing with that person. Sometimes there's a hostile work environment complaint associated with that as well. Sometimes it does lead to ultimately the employee leaving the organization, whether it's by their choice or by ours. And the cost associated with turnover and low retention is well documented. And so I oftentimes tell people in my coaching with them, there's more than one way to win a tug of war. And so we need to think about ways that we're interacting with people and looking at some of the ways that it may be hurting us that we may not be aware of. To get my full top 10 tip sheet for dealing with bullies, or to watch my free webinar on dealing with all kinds of difficult people, go ahead and click one of those 2 links below. Also, if you've been enjoying this free social media series, I really would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, or share so that others could benefit from it as well. Hope everybody has a great week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Bye for now.